My name is Roseline Orwa. I am 40 years old. I am a widow. I am a widow activist. There is no connection between where I am and where my brothers and sisters are. They still see widowhood the same way the world sees it. They don't see the person, they don't see the leader. They just see a woman who is struggling, who is begging them, a woman who is broken.
When a daughter loses her mother, the pain is unbearable. She was the pillar who had walked with her since she was widowed, scorned as one who carries death. They called her Chiliel.
I love them still to bits. I just hope they could see. And I'm trusting God will let them see someday.
They did not allow you to?
They didn't. They didn't. Even today. And what they did soon after, they fenced the whole home. And now I can't access it. I cannot even enter my mother's house.
Roseline Orwa finds peace in a desolate room at the back of her house. This is part of a healing journey that she embarked on ever since she knew what earning her keep meant. Every calculated stitch is a testimony that she can. At 40, Roseline knows pain. She was divorced at 26, largely because she could not have children. Then the humiliation began. Her mother returned the dowry that had been paid for her daughter.
And she says, there will never, ever be discussion about this issue. It is closed, it is over. So my brother and I were thinking of going to court and all this, and she sits her down and says, we don't fight like, as the Orwa, we don't fight like that. We fight wisely. We fight with our God. We fight with our brain.
The words on this stone read Erokamano Osiepna, which loosely translate to thank you, my friend. These are the words of a daughter to a mother who stood by her. Even when she said she wanted to marry for the second time, Roseline had the support of her mother. Little did she know that 3.5 years later, she would be widowed at the early age of 32.
I acquired this name, Mjane, widow. In fact, your name disappears. Everybody refers to you as a widow. Nobody calls you by name. Even people who knew your name, they no longer call you by your name. And then people treat you with a certain level of distance. You are this person carrying death. Nobody can shake your hand. No, you can't sit in the same chair with another person. You can't share cups. You are literally an observer in your own life.
She had many advisors who gave her the rules of widowhood.
Now I'm being prepared as we arrive in the village. Don't put the soil. Because if you put the soil, then you will not be able to get remarried elsewhere. And you are still young. I'm 32 now. So then I'm like, okay, if I can't put the soil, can we do this in a way that there is no soil put? Then I said, there will be no soil put. This grave is going to be cemented. If I can't put soil, no one is putting soil.
While her immediate family stood by her decisions, the rest of the community was unforgiving, restless even. She declined to be shaved, as is the practice. Then came the Nyatiti player who entertained the mourners, only that he was not just strumming the instrument.
This was supposed to be the supposed paid inheritor. So as we are like, si utucheze ingine, the whole night in my house. For some reason in the night, we told him, sasa imetosha si tunataka kulala tufunge mlango. He was so furious. He was so furious that all this he had been doing was to entice me, and yet I'm saying imetosha aende. Wow, drama.
It took the intervention of her father-in-law to stop them from cleansing and disinheriting the then 32-year-old woman.
Cleansing is so dirty. In cleansing, there's no condom use, there's no sexual protection. Literally, any drunkard, any fool is picked up from the street to come and sleep with you. He's cleaning you of death.
Grieving and in need of a hand, she reached out to her husband's political friends. After all, they had made promises to her at his graveside.
Shock on me. The guy meets me at the door there. And he says, hey, unaendeleaje mama? Niko busy sana. Nafikiria hiyo maneno yako ukuje siku fulani. And I said, never ever with these tiny legs of mine will I ever walk to a member of parliament's office, to a politician's office, to beg them. And I will make sure It doesn't happen to any widow. That's the day I came and started empowering widows. And I told them, stop the begging culture. You're shaming us.
Today, with a network of thousands of widows across the country, her grief has become the pillar upon which other widows can find healing.
If there was a widows fund, we would all group together and apply for that fund and disseminate to our widow groups to start self-help group. There is none. We need a law to protect us. We need to outlaw widow abuse for posterity.
She funds most of the activities through her own businesses, as well as donations from well-wishers. These hands have built the Rona Center that is taking care of 166 orphans. She has built 20 houses for widows in her home area. And come Tuesday, as the world marks International Widows' Day, Roseline will be the voice that has been ignored for so long, a voice begging for a listener. For Citizen Weekend, I am Anne Mawade.